Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us for another video, MJ and Trev traveling in our 50s. For this fall, we decided to go for Trev's birthday to Spain. So we spent 6 weeks in Spain, the beautiful Spain. And we have so much to tell you and show you that we have created, or I should say Trev created, two video, part one and a part two. So the part one will be covering from our arrival in Madrid to Granada, and the second part will be covering from Montreal all the way up to the north, coming back to Madrid.
Here we are ready to embark on our 42-day trip throughout the amazing country of Spain. These are only a few places we saw on this incredible adventure. Arriving in Madrid, picked up our little Fiat about 10 minutes outside of the airport at Santero Car Rental Company, a small but very reliable car. Our first stop on our trip was the medieval town of Toledo, a town full of swords and armor displayed everywhere. We encountered great people in every stop. We were taking in the history everywhere, and being in a country so amazing, we were thrilled, for our adventure was just beginning. We ended our day, of course, with a few beers and a Spanish paella. Absolutely delicious. Valencia is Spain's third largest city behind Madrid and Barcelona.
Here we are in Valencia. It's beautiful.
We started our visit through the immense park, which has several tent venue areas throughout. We visited the Oceanic, the City of Arts and Sciences, and the Hemispheric, to only name a few great venues. It is truly amazing how much time and money has been put into the architecture in this city. We ended one day with a great dolphin show. For smaller towns, Denia was one of our favorites. It had an amazing walkway and had our favorite breakfast hangout off of one of their piers. We had breakfast there twice, looking out at a world-class view with perfect weather. The marina here was one of our favorites as well. MJ and I both agree that Spain is one of the cleanest countries we have ever been to. So nice that everybody takes pride in this place of beauty. Alicante is the capital of the Costa Blanca region. We enjoyed the walks along the long promenades, which are so colorful. There are so many entertaining and interesting things to see throughout this great city. The island of Tabarca is a must-see in our opinion.
Here we are on
The island of Tabarca.
The boat ride is not too expensive and takes approximately 30 minutes to get to this very interesting island. During our complete trip, I only swam once in the sheltered bay, as I had to say I swam in the Mediterranean Sea. The rest of our visit was exploring this great island, which had many restaurants and shops. Pink Lake is one of the most impressive natural parks near Valencia. In the early 19th century, it became a hub for Spain's salt industry. Its high salt content amazed us, as we had never seen anything like this. From a distance, it looks like snow or sand, and when you get close, there are sections of salt 15 feet wide and 6 inches thick. Manga was the best destination for our accommodations. We were 7 floors up and had the water on both sides of us. Manga is a seaside spit in the bay between Cap Palos and San Pedro, which forms an inland lagoon that goes to the Mediterranean, with beaches stretching for miles on both sides. We walked throughout this hustle-bustle area, but always made it back to see the incredible sunsets from our deck. We also found our favorite coffee on this trip. Cartagena has always been an important naval seaport, the main military haven of Spain. There are many great places to see, such as the Moorish castle and the bombed-out ruins of a 13th century cathedral. We focused our visit on the Roman theater of Cartagena and the Castillo de la Concepción. A great visit going back in history. Almeria is a town with so much history, and we love visiting this town. Two amazing things we saw were the tunnels that were built prior to the Spanish Civil War. 4 kilometers of tunnels stretching throughout the city that were built in 10 months using mainly limestone. We also visited the Moorish Castle, which is in the process of a big makeover and was one of our favorite castles on our trip. This monolithic fortress was once used as a threatening lighthouse to ward off vessels sailing to Spain from the Alboran Sea.
Hola! Bonjour tout le monde, good day! We are at the Moorish fortress in Almeria. This is so beautiful. It is under restoration, but please take the time to come. Right now it's free and it's amazing.
We walked for several hours in Almeria, enjoying many people playing pickleball and seeing the many detailed sand sculptures on the beach. Around Granada, there's ample to see. We really wanted to see an olive oil plantation with tour, and we were so pleased of our selection. We settled in, and the first day went to Jaén, a world hub for olive oil. What an experience. It was by far one of the best tours we have ever done. We were explained everything on how the olives are brought in, how everything is used from an olive oil tree, even the pips, which are used and burned for energy to run the plant. We were brought to several different areas and saw the many stages on making some of the best olive oil in the world. We saw the cathedral, which is where the olive oil is stored, over 40 million liters. This tour is something we will never forget, and it was on my birthday, an amazing day. The rest of the day we celebrated back in Granada with the locals, and it was a birthday that will not be forgotten. Thanks to MJ. Granada has many great walking paths with plenty to see. We visited many sites in Granada, so many structures with incredible detail. There were even caves used hundreds of years ago that demonstrate how people survived with the bare minimum. The Los Cahorros hike is a must-do in our opinion.
Here we are, everybody, in near Granada. We're on the walk, the Los Cahorros walk.
Yeah, in the National Park of Sierra Nevada. It's a worthwhile walk. It's challenging at times, and it's 6K, but it's so beautiful, amazing.
This hike is at different elevations and has some spectacular views. Be prepared to cross suspension bridges, climb over tree stumps, crawl under stone, and hang onto railings to sweep around. It's more fun than dangerous. One night in Granada, MJ and I went to a traditional flamenco dance, an amazing show. We highly recommend anybody to see a show such as this.
So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to encourage us to do more, please do not hesitate to subscribe and send us some comments. We'd like to receive some comments from you. Thank you very much for watching. See you.
Stay tuned for MJ and Trev's Traveling in Your 50s Part 2.